everyone, welcome to Fintech Frontiers.live. Today we have Mr. Victor Penna, who is the Executive Vice President, co-head of Global Transaction Banking at Mashreq. Hello, Mr. Penna, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shilpa.
To start off, could you give us a little background about Mashreq? Where are you present? I would like to understand your global presence and your role in Mashreq.
So Mashreq is one of the leading wholesale banks and retail banks in UAE. We're present across the Middle East in Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Egypt, and we have international locations in Hong Kong, New York, London, and Mumbai.
We are here to understand the digital transformation journey of banks. So I'd like to know more from you. Where is Mashreq in its digital transformation journey?
Well, as a bank, Mashreq has really embraced digital. So we have a large digital retail bank and a large digital business bank. And now our global transaction banking services is on a major digital transformation. So by the beginning of 2025, the entire global transaction banking product suite, whether that be cash management, collections, documentary trade, or open account trade, will be operating entirely in the cloud. So we'll be running cloud native, API native platforms across all the products.
Oh, that's brilliant. When banks are launching new products, they usually need to factor in employee experience, product experience, and customer experiences as well. And this has to be done while managing the new technology features that you're introducing. How are you managing that? What are the challenges you face with that?
Well, I think there's several dimensions to this. So one of the key things we're focusing on is the client experience. So really creating a seamless journey as possible. So when people are utilizing the services themselves, it's easy to use, easy to understand. We're avoiding complex terminology. We're creating workflows that are very simple to work through. Obviously, to drive that, you need a forward-thinking product team that can stand in the shoes of the client. So we've got some very good people, and we've added people with international experience to that team, and we very much come at it from the angle of how do we digitize this journey, how do we simplify it, front to back, so for the client, but also through to operations, so that we have a smooth execution of transactions at the back end as well. And that's supplemented by a technology team who have embraced the cloud, because that gives us scalability and speed, which will be important in the delivery of the products and services.
Okay. How are you managing the employee experience in this whole picture?
We've myself and my co-head, we've really focused a lot on the culture.
Okay.
So we've sort of described this to people as we want a forward-looking, digital-first culture. We want people to embrace the concept of being digital natives in their own life. So we even internally, we just exchange a lot of articles around what's happening in the industry, what's happening with new technologies. We try and encourage that conversation, and we're trying to really embrace that whole concept of being as digital as possible. We see ourselves actually as developing into sort of a super regional bank, where we're the kind of digital challenger to the traditional banking model. So we try and inculcate that with our staff, that thinking, being forward thinking of different ways of doing things, doing it digitally rather than doing it manually.
In the context of real-time banking, how do banks ensure seamless and instant real-time experience for the customer?
Well, I think first of all, you've got to be, your systems need to be running real-time, right? Because a lot of older systems run batch. So the systems we're building, which are all native cloud, are all real-time by design. Secondly, the way that you connect to clients, right? Because if you're connecting to clients in the right way, then you can actually process digitally. So most commonly, if you want to operate real-time, you would use APIs, right? Because even host-to-host connectivity runs in batch, and even to some degree online banking, there are some lags. But with APIs, the messaging and the execution is instantaneous. So all of our platforms are API enabled. We're probably running more than, across the platforms, eventually we'll probably run more than 400 APIs. So that any part of the journey or service can be externalized in a client's environment, whether that be a marketplace, whether it be their app, whether it be their web page, whether it be their underlying system. And that's what will drive real time.
With the growing demand for customized pricing from the customers, and with your digital journey, with all these things, factors coming into the picture, how do you manage the customized pricing
I think with pricing, it's what we're doing is we're introducing different types of pricing schemes, if you like, or different types of pricing programs. So with our middle market clients, what we find is actually they just want simplicity. If they can pay one price per month, covering all their transactions, what we call all you can eat, and all you can eat pricing, like a buffet, then we find that's very popular in the middle market, right? Because they just want to know how much they're going to pay each month. When you're looking at a large corporate, then that's where you get more into customized pricing. Everybody has their sensitivities. Maybe they want very low cost pricing on the cross-border wires. Maybe they're focusing on liquidity. So, with the large clients, we do customize right down to the line item.
In the process of customizing experiences, who takes the lead? Is it a tech team or the business team?
Well, the tech team really focuses on building the platform, and the idea is the platform should be configurable so that you can create different journeys and different experiences, right? So I think the tech team takes the lead on making sure that the architecture of the system is flexible and that it's highly configurable. So you still get some standardization in the sense that it's the same platform doing the same things, but perhaps some of the tweaking that you need to do for clients can be accommodated within that model. In terms of the actual customization itself, what does the journey look like for the client? How does the product work? How do you deliver? That is really the role of the business, right? That's product management and sales. They need to get in there and work with the client on defining the solution that the client wants.
Okay. How do banks view the role of consulting organization in facilitating their transformation initiatives during this transition?
Well, we've used consultants selectively on certain specific tasks, right? So the way we work, we tend to develop our strategy and develop our business plans, but then occasionally we may call in a consultant to review that, just say, is that best practice? Are we really at the cutting edge of the market, or are we really just doing BAU, Me Too type of development, right? The thing about Mashreq is we really want to push ourselves to the forefront. We want to be the digital challenger in the region.
Okay.
We want to be the most cloud-enabled platform in the market, and that's across the entire bank. So we're very focused on how do we leapfrog the competition and stay on the leading edge of development.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.